Good morning, America. Trump is in Florida. They're lining up. Re-election campaign 2020 kicks off tonight. That's right, baby. I'm your host, BKP. 70 degrees in Ellijay, Georgia, 8 a.m. this morning. Let's start right out of the box there, Josh, with how do you get in touch with this show? There you go. That's our number right there, our email address, and all the ways you can follow us on social media. So if you disagree or you agree or you want to call me, whatever you want to do, if you text me and say, hey, I'd like to be on the show, we'll get you on here. So there you go. All right, let's get started. All right, let me explain this now. We're going to get right into all the big stuff, but let's take care of what's important in life. It's called baseball. That, to me, our team, which would be Team FYN Sports, Team FYN Sports, FYNTV.com production of the Dizzy Dean Division 6 tournament is in the second annual. We did it last year. We are back this year. Second annual tournament is in the books over at White County Park and Rec. Big shout out to Joe and the entire staff over there. What a well-organized operation. This is a hat. Now, Jackson County did not make it through the championship game. Clay County Swarm, they made it 8-6. They won, beat Jackson County. Great game. I might talk about it a little later. A lot of fun, 12-year-olds. But a lot of the teams brought me a hat. Jackson County brought this one. Here's what I like about this one, Josh. I can't see it at home. This one's baseball tested. This is old school Jackson County. It's worn. It's dirty. It's the kind of hat I like. But thank you very much, and say hello to all of our new friends over there at Jackson County. Now, there is so many places to start this morning. First of all, there will be a Democrat debate. Now, I'm going to get to Trump, and it's going to be like in 30 seconds, so relax. But I think next week or whatever, there's going to be a Democrat debate. So what I want you to do is I want you to look right here. Let's go to number 33. The stage is set. This is going to be a two-night epic event. I mean, this will probably be a ratings smasher. It'll probably be through the roof. There'll probably be bigger ratings than Elvis in Hawaii. Remember via satellite? I'll never forget Elvis in Hawaii, baby. This may be bigger. A two-night event only on NBC. Here you go. This is night one. Now, I want you to look those candidates over real well. There's Gomer Pyle, Pete Buttigieg. There is Krusty Joe, Krusty Creepy. Keep your paws off me, Joe. There's Bernie. Can I make a couple more million on a new book and get out of this whole racket and lying to you kids about Democrat socialism? There's Chris Swalwell. Is that his name? The guy that said you got to go bold without the bold. There's Caramel Apple. I mean, there's the list right there. Now, I want you to look at it. All right, let's go to number 34. This is the second night of this epic event that will be taking place. Okay, there they are. The only brother on the whole list, Cory Booker, can't get no respect. That brother can't get no respect. I mean, they treat him like Tito at the Jackson 5. So, anyhow, there is de Blasio and Castro and Elizabeth Warren and Klobuchar, and there's Francis. A two-night event. Now, let's go here. Wait a minute. Just relax, folks. And this yesterday, they are running this everywhere. Number 35. The Trump doesn't stand a damn chance. Trump's campaign internal polling. This is internal. Biden is kicking the old boy's ass everywhere. Virginia, 17 points he's up. Maine, 15. Minnesota, 14. Why, my God, in Georgia, we're going to lose if Trump has anything to do with it, and Krusty Joe he's Trump, the only one he comes away with is Texas. This is what, and here's the other card they're playing this morning all over the media. All right, number 19. Oh yeah, they're pulling that up 6:01 a.m. Muskrat Minka and Muskrat Joe right there. Biden whoops up on the old boy. Bernie does. Senator Elizabeth Warren, Carmel Apple Harris, and there's Mayor Pete. Mayor Pete. They all kicking Trump's ass from none other than Fox News poll. I mean, come on, most trusted name in news. I mean, you guys are turning it on at 7 in the morning and turning it off at 10 o'clock at night, nonstop. You watched a little Shep at 3. But there it is. Fox said it, so it must be true. Now, let me ask you a question. All right? What candidate out of those two groups, right? What candidate out of those two groups have had one person, just one, camp out overnight? Will Biden pay people? Will George Soros put money out there to start paying people to camp out overnight so the media could go down there with a camera? Okay? I'll explain later. Let's just go to number 13 this morning. Will they? Will they pay people to... Now, that is not a picture of the homeless in L.A. It's not. It is pouring the rain in Orlando. I think they could get 20 or 25,000 in this place. They have sign-ups for maybe 150,000 people. They're outside in the rain lined up. Did you look at the other candidates? Let's just do it one more time. I'm for sure, sooner or later, let's go to 33 and then go to 34 and then come back to this one. Take a closer look. I'm for sure people are camping out. I'm for sure these guys, go to the next one. I'm for sure somebody in that group will end up filling an arena of 20,000 just one time. Come back to this. They're camped out for Donald Trump down there in Orlando. 150,000. Something's got to be wrong. It just does, because the media on a daily basis has done everything to destroy this man. Let's just go through a couple things, okay? Donald J. Trump comes down the escalator. Stop and think about it. They made fun of his campaign. It was a joke campaign. Why, he was running only to build up his brand to launch a new show, a spinoff from The Apprentice. Why, he was going to announce at any time that he was dropping out. This will go nowhere. Trump is just doing this. He is a TV guy. He's a marketing guy. And that's what he thinks this is. He'll get out any day. Trump will never withstand the powerhouses like a Jeb Bush or Marco Rubio or a Ted Cruz. Just won't happen. They made fun of him. They laughed at him. But you know what? He got on his little Trump plane and he hit all over the United States. Trump was never supposed to be the nominee. There was no pathway. why Republicans would never come out and support this guy. Never the nominee. The first night, 19 on the stage or whatever, this guy held center stage from day one. Remember that? Trump was center stage. Now you look at all those candidates for the next week on their debate. Trump held center stage and never let it go from day one of every primary debate on percentage. But then again, all these Republicans start dropping off and they're like, oh my God, could Trump be the nominee? Then the full Republican coup. No, not Democrats yet. Because there was no way he was going to beat Hillary Clinton. So the Republican coup kicked in. I mean, Eric Erickson worked his fat little chickmunk cheeks off to try to stop him. He disinvited him to Atlanta. Why, I don't want him around my daughters. I don't want him anywhere around us. Why, no way. There's not enough hand sanitizer to bring Trump to this party. So he disavowed him. Oh, that was going to be big. Then he didn't vote for him. Eric Erickson did not vote for him. I'm going to tell you. I'm not going to tell you. I should, but I'm not. I got nothing for the guy. He's a disgrace. So the Never Trumpers, right? Who's the little guy out there, the bald guy in Utah? We'll talk about him later. McMuffin, all right, out there. So anyhow, the Never Trumpers, everybody. Now the Republican coup. We must stop this guy. It was all Republicans. Take him down. Why, there were Ted Cruz supporters that were going around and they were trying to make side deals with delegates for the convention. Although Trump's winning the states, they're trying to pull a block. So here's a guy that goes to the Republican convention. He's not supposed to make the primary. He's not supposed to win enough delegates. And what's he do? He hires Paul Manafort. Folks, let me ask you a question. Every single day Paul Manafort's in prison. Do you not stop to think, where the hell's Hillary? I'm serious as could be. Every day you see Paul Manafort in prison. Do you not stop to think, really? Okay. So he goes to the Republican convention up there in Cleveland, Ohio. And the Republicans, remember, these are the Republicans, they're going to pull a coup. Now, we do know, you and I know, that the deep state was already spying on Trump's campaign and setting him up in case he got the nomination, okay, or whatever. We know that was happening. But here's the Republican coup. So he gets to the convention and there's internals trying to work against him. And guess what? When the delegates were counted, Trump became the Republican nominee for president of the United States. Here we go, baby. So Priebus and all his little friends, they were like, I don't know what the hell to do. Paul Ryan, I don't know what the hell to do. He's our candidate. I don't know. What are we going to do? So Trump doesn't wait for the Republican coup group to get on board. He takes off, and he goes after Hillary Clinton. Remember those debates? But still, the media, the deep state media, there's no way he can win. It's not possible. That's not even possible he can win. And at this time, he's candidate Trump. And he's pulling in 20,000 everywhere he goes. And Hillary's having a little rock concert, and Obama would show up, and Michael would show up, and, they would all be there and, have a little show before the Hillary come out and cough through 12 minutes. Goat team, right? So now it's election night. No way. We're not worried. We're not worried at all. You can't beat Hillary. Now this guy's president of the United States. They wake up and say, holy hell. So they try to tear the transition team. Now you got the You got the Romneys are all coming out, Romney and, the Never Trumpers, and you got McMuffin out there in Utah. They're still going after him. It's Inauguration Day. We start on day one with the pictures of crowd size. Oh, they went nuts. So in the background, we have the coup going on. We have Comey and Strzok and Page and McCabe and Steele and the dossier and Fusion GPS and Bruce and Nellie Orr. I mean, we got the whole thing, the FISA court. Boom, it's going on in the background. The coup is well on its way. All right. And now the guy's president of the United States. So let's just fast forward, okay? Over 2 years later, the Mueller report can't bring this guy down. Comey couldn't bring this guy down. McCabe, his insurance plan did not work. A nonstop coup to try to get this guy out of the Oval Office. Everything they could do. Nothing, not a stone unturned. And this guy perseveres on a daily basis. Goes out to solve things, the President of the United States. Democrats going nuts yelling impeachment. And one of the big things tonight is the failure of the deep state, the failure of the deep state media, the failure of the Democrats, the total and complete failure of this coup attempt on our president. Now you got to remember, take Donald J. Trump out of it. The attempt at what has been done to our president of the United States internally. It's the failure tonight. Tonight marks a failure unseen at any time in the history of this country. Total, complete failure. See, just the fact that the news is not reporting tonight the kickoff campaign, if things would have gone as planned, keep this in mind. Now, I want you to continue to look. People are camped out in the rain. This was not supposed to happen. Now, I'm not going to get into whether I like Mike Pence or not. But see, what was supposed to happen was Trump was supposed to be gone. This day was not supposed to happen. There was never supposed to be. If you go in the list, folks, it was never supposed to happen. It was never supposed to be the nominee. He was never supposed to get out of Cleveland with that from the primary. He was never supposed to get sworn in. He was never supposed to make it this far. He was never to be on a stage. Tonight, you want to talk about holy water. You want to throw holy water on somebody evil and watch them melt. Watch the plastic faces of Nancy Pelosi and Minka Brzezinski melt tonight. When they can't take it, there will be a meltdown like you have not seen yet with the media tonight when he says, I am here to announce that I seek the office of the presidency for 2020. I am running again. That will freak them out. He was never. Do you realize this right here is much? I like Mike Pence, but see, he's supposed to be gone. This is supposed to be Mike Pence tonight saying, I seek re-election. And sadly to say, Republicans out there, if this was Mike Pence seeking re-election tonight, you wouldn't have people camped out. No. I would say he would have bigger support than the Democrats, but people camped out waiting? No. Tonight was never supposed to happen in a long list of nevers. And President Donald J. Trump is going to stand on a stage And they are going to go in total meltdown when he says, I'm running for president of the United States of America for 4 more years. And 20,000 maxed out in the House crowd goes nuts. They are going to go berserk. Now, if you think we're going to get up in the morning, tomorrow morning, and it's all over and there's not going to be any fighting with the media out there, trust me. You see, all the things they did not think could happen, they're lying to you when they tell you it's not going to happen again. They know. Let me show you something, and we'll get out of this and come back. But every time I think of this guy, even being to where he can re-announce this morning, here is some, let me go with this, all right? They are freaking out this morning. Let's go with number 16. Here is Muskrat Minka Stretch, okay? That's a nice tight pull on that top, Minka. You got it going on. That's really good. And there's Gumby Joe. Trump re-election kickoff in Orlando today. And here's what I like. Let's go number 17. Trump to rally for re-election amid sagging poll numbers. Now, I've told you for 2 weeks. Now, you're going to say, no, it's been for over 2 years. I'm talking about they knew this kickoff tonight was coming. So every single person, including Fox News, worked to set this night up. Every single one of them, including Fox News, worked to make sure the polling numbers were going to be controversial on this night. If you think from one day you're going to wake up and all of these people are going to decide to tell the truth and say Trump is ahead in the polls, you're wrong. We have a lot of work to do, and we will never be ahead in the polls. Okay? The only poll we're concerned about is election night, when they actually call it for Donald J. Trump, and it's over. I'm going to take a break. We're going to talk about tonight, and then we're going to talk about what we got to do as Republicans, and we're going to talk about what I think you might hear tonight. I'm just going to go with it. Like to know what you think. I'm your host, BKP. Let's take us a break.